Hey, how are you guys doing? This is going to be a very short stream, and I'm going to be reviewing a couple of, I'm reviewing all of the beats that were sent into my Christmas beat competition. Yeah, so this is going to be I'm not going to be making a beat in this stream. I'm not going to be doing any beat, stuff like that. All I'm doing is reviewing your guys' stuff. And that's all it is. So I'm going to find the link to this stream, put it on my Discord server, and they'll check it out. This video is going to be unlisted after the stream. So yeah, this isn't necessarily like a giant 4-hour hangout kind of stream. This is just a beat contest thing. So let's make sure that people can see me. All right. Good to see you, SlushyVex. I can't find the link to my live stream. And oh wait, here it is actually. Found it. And right. And oh wait. So I'm going to there's a couple little brief things I have to do to set everything up. Yeah, SlushyVex is the first. He's right on time. We're going to be reviewing stuff any minute now. I said I was going to do it on the hour, and it is on the hour now, so. There we go. Link is posted. How are you doing, SlushyVex? Scale to 1 to 10, how has your Christmas season been? I didn't have a normal stream this morning because our family was out of town. My first time being on time. Well, what do I say to that? Hey, Rogaza Mahai official? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Good to see you. He says, hi. So Luca turned in the very first beat. And everyone listened to that so far. Most people have listened to it, and they were commenting on how crazy he did the thing. I mean, we'll just listen to it in a second. I'm doing all right, man. 10 out of 10 for sure. Just got home from a little party with my friends. Yep. Check your pins. Yeah, the pins have all of the beats. Those aren't all of them, though, aren't they? I know that Roku put in a beat, and his is not pinned. So I'm gonna go through and make sure everything's pinned. So SlushyVex is pinned. Yep. Young Carl should be pinned. Argan should be pinned. And Hargan should be also pinned. And then Roku should be pinned. So we got quite a few in here, this competition. Yeah, so I just added 4. Okay, hola mi bro. I don't think that's how do you say brother in Spanish? Or you can just write like mi amigo or something like that. Alrighty. So let's check out Luca's first. Is my face looking all right? I feel like I have a glare in my face. Whatever. Let's listen to Luca's. I feel like I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because for the first like minute, Guten Tag, meine Brüder, mein Bruder. Yeah. So because in the very first minute of the song, he has like a filter effect on the original song. And I've listened to this whole song already, and he doesn't do anything particularly interesting in that one section. Like, I mean, it sounds good. I like that effect. I want to use it more, but it's not like he was doing a whole bunch of switch ups or anything. So let's skip ahead to when he switches up. Hey, Stunes, we're checking out the beats. So we're gonna start here. Ugh. Like, why did he think this was... I'm trying to think if I could hear a rapper on top of this. A rapper doesn't necessarily have to go on every one of these beats. But I like the chops. It's just like really aggressive, like boom, boom, boom. Haha. What is that voice? Whatever. Really, it sounds good. I mean, the mixing is on point. But like, how did he come up with this idea? Yeah. Bow, bow. It's a good chop though. It's a catchy chop, and I like the beat. If I was rate out of 10, I'd rate it probably 8 or 9 out of 10. It sounds awesome mixing, really creative idea for sure. I don't know if I love it or if it's just weird, but we're gonna move on. I think it was a good beat. It was definitely a good beat. It might have been just a little bit too out there. So here is Jingle Bell Rock Dubstep Remix by JDR Mindset. How you doing, Josh and Ro? All right. I'm doing good, Josh. This does not necessarily remind me of dubstep, to be entirely honest. Yeah, I'm sorry, this does... Yeah. It does not really remind me of dubstep. It has a lot of the dubstep kind of sounds, but it doesn't really... I don't know. When I think of like dubstep... Like something like that, like... It has a lot to do with the effects you use. And he used the right effects, but he used them in too traditional of a way. And now my hair's all messed up because I was going crazy. Yeah, not really. I'm not really feeling it. It sounds too. It doesn't really scream dubstep to me. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's got to be like aggressive, and it's got to be stop and go, and it's got to be. It's got to be all over the place. And that one wasn't really stop and go, and it wasn't really all over the place. Let's check out Femboy Michael. He does a lot of jazz stuff. And this one's called Christmas Tree. I feel it. I don't really ever get these kind of submissions to contests. if I'm gonna be entirely honest, I feel like, and it's probably just because I'm used to, you know, professional jazz recordings, I feel like this piano could be a little bit more authentic.
Children playing in the snow, laughing and singing jingles.
I love the sound selection here. Love the different. He definitely knows what he's doing with the jazz and stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard for me to judge this one because I don't ever get submissions like this, and it's so different than everything else. Yeah, in the low end, I thought the kick drum. I'm thinking a real kick drum would sound like that, so I'm gonna be loud with it. I'm gonna be fine with that. Other than that, though, maybe a different piano, I'm hearing like a real piano being played in real life, being recorded through a microphone. But obviously, that's a lot of work. And yeah, the mix was good. I felt like the mix was good. Mix was very good. Sound selection was quite good. How much I liked it? I liked it a lot. I don't know. It didn't really hype me up at all, but obviously it's jazz. Let's move on to the next one. Maybe there's gonna be one beat that just blows everything out of the water, and we can move on to that. Here's Slushy Vex, Jingle Bells Go Boom, .mp3. Delay. Here you go, boys. Oh, that's crazy. I love that chop of the sample. I'm not 100% sold on those basses in the kick drum. The basses kind of seem like they're kind of are they overlapping? But the chops of the vocal was amazing. Play. Yeah, the bass seems like it's overlapping.
What?
Love those hi-hats. Love those hi-hats for sure. Love that. Anything else? Yeah. Super creative. I love those vocal chops. Those vocal chops are absolutely amazing. I love your hi-hats and all of the intricate patterns you did with those, and I like how you did like good velocity changes. Yeah, just the bass. The bass felt like it was like, I don't know, like was the bass, something was off with the bass. Maybe it was overlapping each other. Notes are overlapping. Or maybe it sounds almost like you took a bass down an octave or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but the sample just doesn't really sound great. It was good. It was a great idea, and we'll probably be moving back to that one because that was a good job. Let's check out Bongonzo Beat Battle from Young Carl.
Hey, it's Carl.
Where did I recognize that? I think that sounds from Iris too. Or maybe this sounds from Vital. All right. What is that sound? I definitely like the idea we're going for. Some of the sounds just kind of seem off. Like, what was that? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And also that bass you had in the intro was kind of just a weird sounding bass.
Hey, it's Carl.
Like, it just seems it could have used more bass in that sound. Almost like you high passed the sound. And also could have been like boom. Like, it sounds bad if I'm doing it with my voice, but kind of like made it more of subby kind of bass. Anyway. But definitely, he's getting much better at the melody making process. Sounds that or melody like midis that work together well. Dum ba dum bum bum ba dum. Like that's a good idea. Like, what does that sound for? Yeah, I'd say a lot of mixing problems in sound selection goes along with the mixing. Other than that, though, he's making tons of improvement. He's doing good, and I like the idea he was going for sure. Especially like the minor da 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 da. Like, that was a good touch. Okay, here is Holiday Beat Contest from Hargan. He actually put in 2 beats. So check out his first one.
This is a certified hood classic.
It's weird because this is totally a major key, and I don't really hear very many trap beats with major keys. Yeah, I agree, Slushy. Yeah, I agree with that, for sure. Also, the 808 is kind of like an EDM kind of 808. Like the bow, like the start out like a upper octave and go down to an octave real quick. That doesn't really happen very much in trap beats. At least not trap beats I'm familiar with. Yeah, you guys are totally right. He has a lot of melody instruments that all seem to be landing in the same spot and are completely covered in reverb, which, I mean, I was totally, I did that same exact thing for a super long time. I probably just still do that every once in a while, but I feel like if you EQ'd some things to make them a little bit separate, it would sound a lot cleaner. Also, the melody's just louder compared to the drums. I do think though that if he mixes a bit better, it actually would sound really good. At first I wasn't feeling it because it was such a major key, but I think it definitely could work. Let's check out this next beat. I think I listened to this one already and it sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm making a melody video this next Thursday, and I show off so many EQ gems. It's crazy. I love the sample he has in the background, like the voices. The voices are awesome. wait for another drop. Yes, they are, Amar. Or Amar. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. I love the sample he used. I don't even recognize it really. But yeah, it totally works. The 808 sounds really good on it. Let's check out to Prod Rocco's, and then I'll kind of critique which one's the winner. Oh, he used Carol the Bells too. That's a tag right there. Ooh, chops. I feel like that snare could have a lot more high end. And maybe even add a little bit more bass. Ooh. Yeah, that snare could definitely use some more high end in it. There's the snare number 10 from the Hydra drum kit would have worked really good in this beat. Really, I didn't think the bass was hogging. I thought the ace was a little bit too low, too quiet in general. I love the chops you did. I love the chops you did. Really, really creative, and it sounds really, really airy and has a good minor feeling to it. But the snare actually is quite distracting, to be honest. All right, so now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna just delete the ones I'm not gonna include. JDR Mindset, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna include you in the top 3. Hey Rat. I'm gonna disclude Hargan's first submission because of the melody mixing. Let's review Young Carl's and Jingle Bell Boom by Slushy. So here's Young Carl first. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, obviously. And I can't play any of it. What I do remember is I said that the mix was, or the sound selection was a bit off. Let's check out Slushy Vex. Oh yeah, the bass. Yeah, the bass is kind of hard to listen to. Sorry, Slushy Vex. I'm gonna disqualify that one from the top 3. Let's listen to Young Carl again. Yeah, I like what he was going for, and it has a good vibe to it, but the sound selection was a bit off. So now in the top 4 we have Femboy Michael, Hargan, and Roku and Luca. Let's see. Everything sounds good about this Hargan one. The mix is really good. Yeah. The mix is great on that one. Listen to Carl. Yeah, I'm gonna knock Prod Roku out of the top 4 because of he should have a bit more present bass, and he should also have a bit more crisper snare, one with a bit more high end in it. Also, yeah. Let's check out Femboy Michael again. Rip the boys. Yeah, he did it. He did it well, but I don't get the same satisfaction as I do from this Hargan one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Let's check out Lucas again. So when I listen to Luca's and when I listen to Hargan's, I totally get a vibe immediately, and that's why I'm gonna get rid of Michael. I can see why someone who really loves jazz would get a vibe from that. Maybe I'm just prejudiced against jazz. I don't know. Let's listen to these two again. Has an immediate vibe to it. Listen to this part again. Automatic disqualification because he uses waveform. I feel like maybe a bit harder landing on the drop could be helpful. In terms of creativity points, I want to give Luca the win. But in terms of vibe, I want to give Hargan the win. I think... Sorry, Hargan. I'm going to have to give this to Luca. Luca is the contest winner for like the third time in a row. Yeah. It's just way too creative. Wow. Sheesh. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was the live stream. Is my camera looking weird? Because in my little side view, it looks weird. I look fine, don't I? I've been really complaining about how the light from my window gives like a whole bunch of lines on my shirt. I feel like it's distracting, but maybe I'm just overthinking things. I'll have to, yeah. I've been also in my video on next week Thursday. I kind of broke it up in different times of the day, so I could basically my goal was to see how many different ways I can implement those colorful lights. And so I recorded one section in the early morning, and it was kind of cloudy outside. And it looked really good with those side lights, and I'm excited to show you what it all looks like in that video. I mean, Hargan got really close. Should I be one of those cliche YouTubers and say that we have two winners? I might as well. I'm gonna give Hargan the contest winner. Why not? Contest winner. Bam. So there we go. We got two winners in that one. Luca wasn't the only winner. How about that? Does that satisfy you guys? Can you only see my face, or can you? Yeah, you can only see my face. Yeah, how about we just pull? Yeah, Roku, yours is really good. Yeah, just the bass really. The bass and the snare. The snare was an immediate distraction in my opinion. And yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys later. We'll have a video on Thursday. We'll have a live stream next week Saturday. Sorry that I couldn't have a normal live stream this week, today, because our family was out of town, and we literally drived into town about about an hour ago. So that is what it is. I'm all good. I wish all the best for you, Roku. Hope you can get back and healthy, safe soon. Should we start another contest this week Thursday, or should we give some break between them? Do you guys want a contest this week Thursday or no? If you want a contest, I could think of something. Usually I put a little break between them. Okay, Anda? I'll start it this week Thursday. I'll start a contest this week Thursday. Yeah, that is true. It did go on for 2 weeks. That could maybe be an idea. Have like a 2-week contest every 2 weeks, so that there's like basically always a contest going on. That could be a thing. Anyway, yeah, I'll make a contest this week Thursday. That sounds cool to me. Yeah, Amar, you can join my Discord server, and you join my Discord server and all the information's there. You read the rules on my Discord server and you submit on my Discord server. Most of the time I don't even announce it on my normal channel. So yeah, if you guys collabed, then you guys could have more than 2 winners. Or, you know, if you had like 2 people working on a beat, you could have those 2 be the winners. Anyway, I'm up for collabs. I think collabs would be a really good idea good idea for a contest. But yeah. 6K contest soon. Yeah, I forgot about the 6K. I think when I finish my drum kit, I will do a contest around the drum kit. How about I think that's a good idea. But I mean, you're gonna collab with you, Luca. That's a good way to get a dub. Yeah. So, yeah, when I finish that, but I was out of town this whole week or so like that, or I was at home on Monday and Tuesday anyway. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to see. Yeah, you guys can talk about that. DM each other. There's a collab channel if you want to talk in there, or you can just DM each other. Yeah, Josh and Nesson would do good on a lo-fi beat, because I love Nesson's I love Nesson's melodies, and I love Josh's effects. I think both of them do really good jobs. I'm gonna head out though. I've been rambling on for the past 10 minutes. So see you guys later. I'm up for collabs in the contests. And remember, you guys are able to submit like 2 beats, or maybe sometimes 3 beats. So you could like collab with one person on this beat, collab with another person on this beat. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for being here. See you guys later.